Hey everybody, and welcome to Joker's Wildside Corner. I am Lobo,
I'm Jax.
and we want to thank you for joining us again on this news corner for NFL Week. What is it, 13?
13.
And some pro wrestling news, man. First of all, how you doing?
Doing good. Been sleeping like poo, but
Hmm,
we getting there.
yeah, me too. Last night I had an issue with some plumbing here. It was kind of bad.
So you're also dealing with poo.
Technically, yes. Technically, yes. But regardless, thank you guys for joining us. Let's jump right into it as we have to review a great game from last night, Thursday night game between the Cowboys and the Seattle Seahawks. Which, what a banger!
Man, I thought the Cowboys were going to run away with this.
So did I, especially the way the Seahawks played against the 49ers on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
They looked really bad, but they put up a fight. Boy, did they fight till the end.
Oh, yeah. No, I hit in, start a second quarter, and I was like, okay, Cowboys, they just got a touchdown. Put them, it was 14 to 20 at that point.
Seahawks up.
No, Seahawks down.
Okay.
Cowboys were ahead, and I'm like, oh yeah, Cowboys got this. They're gonna walk all over the Seahawks.
Mm,
Man, was I wrong.
yeah.
Um, the Seahawks just kept getting possession of the ball every single time I looked down on my phone, and they were making good freaking plays.
Yeah, and they had I think over 50-yard touchdown right off the gate to DJ Metcalf. Um, great run across, just a little overhead, and took it to the house. Mm. This game, this was the first game in prime time that was not a complete dud. So I was very excited with the game. Obviously, it came back almost. The Seahawks were coming back at the end of the game. They were driving. They just got stopped in a fourth down. They couldn't get out of it.
Mm-hmm.
They let a rusher in on the side that did not block, and he had to get rid of the ball, and that was it. But regardless, the Cowboys are looking good. They finally beat a team that is good, decent to good.
Yeah,
Um, these are a fighting team. Dak Prescott has thrown over 20 touchdowns since week 8. So that is the most in the NFL. Dak Prescott looks elite right now. For all those Dak Prescott doubters, what he's doing right now, it's you cannot doubt that. The numbers speak for themselves. So you can hate on him all you want. He is putting up numbers and he's getting them W's, which is more important. So the Cowboys look like another team to beat now. When they let's see when it comes playoff time. The playoff time is where you really have to step up. So the Cowboys still have to prove that.
yeah.
Yeah. Um, on some news that happened this week before we go on to our preview of the weeks, the Patriots placed their quarterback Mac Jones at third string. He was benched during last week's game, and they decided to take him off the starting lineup and put him pretty much last string.
Yeah.
So I think they're done with Mac Jones in New England.
Maybe it'll be a good thing. Pats have been doing not that great.
You're being very nice on that. They
Um,
suck.
I've been very nice for the
Yeah.
Patriots. It'll be a good move, especially if we go back to I almost said Patrick Mahomes. The one who said that it was offense has been mediocre this year.
Talking about Tom Brady.
Tom Brady. Tom
He,
Brady said offense has been very mediocre,
all over
and
all over the league, not just Patriots or
oh
something.
yeah, and now everybody's changing up their offensive game right now, and it's great.
Yeah. Um, it's just he threw 2 picks before the halftime, and they decided to bench him. So Mac Jones looks like he's on his way out from New England. Sappy, I think, is gonna be the starting quarterback going forward. Uh, but the thing is, this season's kind of lost for New England. They're just trying to see how they're gonna rebuild, how they're gonna continue going forward.
Yeah, it's only reconstruction at this point.
Pretty much. Other news: Cardinals waived their Super Bowl winning tight end Zach Ertz. He actually asked for his release.
Okay.
So it looks like he's done with Cardinals. He does not. I mean, if you're any type of competitive athlete or any competitive anything, you do not like losing.
Yeah.
And Cardinals have stunk the last 2 years. So either he doesn't like the way the management is going, or he doesn't like the fact that the team is losing. So regardless, Ertz is out. I'm pretty sure he'll be picked up pretty soon. He is a good tight end. I don't think the Cards are using him correctly. In other news, the first flex of the season. I was mentioning this to you um, earlier. The first flex of the season has been announced Monday night on week 15. The Chiefs and Patriots has been flexed out for the Eagles and Seahawks have been put in that place.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean the Chiefs. Here we go again. Freaking Latin accent over here. The Chiefs are a good team, but the Patriots, as we just talked about them, suck ball. Specifically, their offense. Their defense is okay,
Yeah, it would have been a runaway.
pretty much. But the Eagles and Seahawks, especially with what happened last night, with the Seahawks putting a big old fight to the Cowboys.
Surprising fight.
Yes, this Monday night game could be a banger. Eagles and Seahawks flexed in, like we said, and Pats and Chiefs out. Probably sometime in Sunday midday. So that's the first flex of the season. How many more will happen? We will see. I think another three will happen most likely.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw the rest of the schedule, and I'm seeing about three more team games being flexed out. So we'll keep you posted on that. Uh, in other news, let's jump into week 13. Let's preview all the games and give you our picks. How's that sound?
Oh, I'm ready for it.
All right. So first, let's go with the 49ers Eagles, which I think will be one of the games of the week because there's a few good matchups here. What do you think? What do you see? These are the top two seeds in the NFC. It's tough. It's tough.
It's a very tough decision. Eagles have been playing really well, but 49ers, they execute.
They have, especially since they got back onto winning streak.
And the Seahawks made me a little bit scared for my Eagles. I think I'm going with the 49ers on this. Not that I would be surprised if the Eagles won.
This was tough.
It is a very tough pick.
I think in order for the 49ers to keep pace, they need to win this game. Eagles are ahead of everybody.
10-1.
Yes.
Going crazy.
They are 10-1 here. 49ers are 8-3. So 49ers need this to even stay close to the Eagles number 1 seed. So I think the 49ers will win here. Eagles will unfortunately lose. But I also think this will be a rematch in the NFC title to go to the Super Bowl. So
all right, that's fair.
Yeah, so I got the 49ers here.
But it also could be high pressure for 49ers and they might crack under pressure.
Again, yeah.
They could. So
man, I really hope not. But I'm hoping for the 49ers here. But either way, this should be a good game. These are two teams that are really at the top of their game right now. Eagles 10-1, 49ers 8-3. Can the Eagles continue their dominant force?
I'm hoping so.
Yeah. Or will the 49ers show that, yes, we are back? We'll see. But 49ers for me, 49ers for you. Or did you choose the Eagles?
I'm thinking the 49ers are going to take it away, but I want the Eagles to win.
Gotcha. Cool. Chargers, Pats, Patriots. As we said, Patriots sucks. Chargers aren't doing that well either for some reason this year. I think they're at the bottom of their division. Let me double check because they're in ours. Yeah, they're underneath the Raiders at 4-7.
I think the Chargers got this.
I do too, but to be honest with you, this most likely will be a dud.
Yeah, it'll be a dud game. I don't expect a higher combined score of 30, honestly.
I go 35, but it'll be a low-scoring game regardless. After that, we got the Cardinals and Steelers. I have the Steelers here. They're a much better team. Cardinals will keep it close, but with Zach Ertz being leaving the team, and the team looking
rejuvenated.
No, the opposite. Well, they just look very sluggish. They look like they don't have the will to win. It's the Cardinals specifically.
Oh, okay, the Cardinals.
Yeah.
I was talking the Steelers rejuvenated since their offensive coach fired.
Yes, 100%. I have the Steelers here, winning a tight one, obviously. Next, we got the Colts and Titans. A battle of the AFC South. Colts are 6-5, second place in the division. The Titans are 4-7, last place in that same division. I got the Colts here just for the Titans. Don't know what's going on. Don't know what happened. And the Colts have been proving that they could win without their starting quarterback. So I have the Colts here. I don't know if you have any difference on that one.
No, I don't have any differences. The Titans just haven't been there. Yeah. If they lost a few more games, they'd be right there with the Panthers.
Gotcha, yeah.
I mean, they're borderline with the Bears right now.
I agree. Next up, we got Broncos versus Texans. Broncos have been coming back this season, a 5 game winning streak here. They're 6-5, and the Texans, who have been with their rookie quarterback sensation, have been dominating all for the most of the year. They did lose last week against Jacksonville, but in a close one. Their kicker missed a field goal, so cannot blame the whole team. It was just those kicks at the end. But Broncos 6-5, Texans 6-5. Who do you got? What do you think here?
Uh, if the quarterback can definitely pull it, the Texans can do pretty good with it. Broncos, they have a pretty decent defense.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, if Texans quarterback can get out of the way with it, I think the Texans got this.
Gotcha. Uh, I want to go Texans too, just because Broncos are in my division and I need them to lose. But I have a feeling Broncos are actually back with the new coach, Sean Payton. Let's Ride quarterback, can't remember his name right now, um, is back. Russell Wilson seems like he's back in shape. I have a feeling they'll pull away with this, though. This is going to be a good game, too.
Yeah, this will be a good game.
Yeah. Next up, we got the Lions, the brand new Lions versus the Saints.
The same old Saints.
No, they're not the same old Saints. They were actually very good for a long time. The Lions are 8-3, and the Saints are 5-6. Saints have been in a 2 game losing streak here. I think their quarterback has been in and out, Derek Carr. So we'll see here. I have the Lions here, though. I think they bounced back after last week's loss. So they shouldn't have lost last week, but somehow they did against Green Bay in Thanksgiving. But
it was a surprising loss.
yes, it was. Like I said, like they say about NFL, any given Sunday, any team could beat any team, and that's what happens. Um, but yeah, I have the Lions here. I think they'll handle this with no problem at all. Uh, Now we got the Jets and Falcons. Both teams. I mean, Falcons are 5-6 and tied for first place in the division. That division sucks. It's Falcons 5-6, Saints 5-6 for first place in the division. Jeez, that is terrible. Versus the Jets and their, I think, number 5 defense, or one of the top defenses. Um, with rumors with Aaron Rodgers being back in practice these next few weeks,
Mm-hmm.
you think that will rejuvenate the Jets enough to put him over the Falcons here?
He could definitely add some of his knowledge to the Jets, and I'm pretty sure that he's always had a small hand in the Jets, and because when you're off the team, you're not off the team.
No, you're always on. Um, the Jets are 5-7. Falcons are 5-6. Jets are in a 4 game slide. I want to see the Jets win, just so we have a reason for Aaron Rodgers to come back.
Yeah. I mean, the Falcons haven't even been on my painting board whatsoever.
I know.
The Jets, they were high, then they were low, and
and they're all over the place. Depends what quarterback starts. If Wilson starts, I'm going with Falcons. If he doesn't, I'll go Jets. That's my pick right there.
All right. Yeah, I mean, right now it's a coin flip for me because they're both just not doing that great.
Yeah, agreed.
Jets do have a great defense, but I haven't watched anything on the Falcons to be like, oh, their offense can beat the Jets' defense.
They have great running games. That's all they do, really.
And the Jets can stop them.
Yeah, so we will see. I think, like I said, Wilson plays, I'm going Falcons. If he doesn't, Jets. Next up, we got Dolphins Commanders. I don't think we need to argue at all about this one. Dolphins, hands up with their attacks, with their receivers who are speedy as hell. The Commanders lost to the crappy ass Giants. They're not going to be able to handle Dolphins, in my opinion.
I agree. I agree fully.
But it's all about matchups in the NFL. So will they match up well with them? Nah. I still have the Dolphins winning pretty handily. Next we got the worst team in the league, Panthers versus the Buccaneers.
So, I mean, this could be a complete landslide because the Panthers, I mean, have they hired on a new head coach yet?
No, they have an interim head coach. I can't remember his name right now. But the Buccaneers also 4-7. It's not like they're world beaters either. So, can the Panthers get a second win here, or will the reign of crappy ass year continue? What do you think? What do you have here?
I almost want to go with the Panthers just to see if this new interim head coach can change it up because a little bit. The Panthers, in terms of scoring, haven't done too bad following behind other people. There's been some landslides,
Hmm.
but they've been running some pretty close games, and maybe all they needed was a little bit less of a pull on certain moves and plays, and
Agreed. Yeah.
or push on other plays. So it
Uh,
could be Panthers take this away, or as you said, the reign of crappy season can continue starting or continue
going.
happening.
Yeah. Uh, I personally have the Bucks here. I think the Panthers are. I don't know. Just they haven't shown enough for me to pick them at all. Even though this is a game they have a potential of winning, I don't think they'll pull it off. Um, Next we have Browns and Rams, who might be an interesting game as Browns have a great defense and they've been showing some life here with their quarterback out for the season, and the Rams played really well last week with their backup quarterback. Um, what do you see here, man? What do you got?
I just got the Browns. The Rams haven't excited me whatsoever on what they've been doing. So
Gotcha. I am the same way. I think the Rams are lacking in something this year. The Browns have been playing really well throughout the year, so
yeah, they've been taking down some pretty good teams.
yes, they have. So I'll stay with the Browns here. Next we got Chiefs and the surprisingly coming back Packers. Um, on this one, the Packers have been coming back with a few games, a few good wins. Jordan Love has been looking like the quarterback that deserved to be picked at the first round. Uh, Chiefs have been struggling a little bit here and there. Um, Last week they destroyed the Raiders after really the Raiders leading 14-0, and then the Chiefs just stormed back and destroyed them for the rest of the game. Um, I got the Chiefs here. The Packers still need to show me a little bit more, but it's looking good for them at least.
I think the Packers are reinvigorated and they're coming for blood. And I think the Chiefs are their next target for sure.
Oh, you're picking the Packers here.
I'm picking the Packers here.
Wow,
Yeah.
okay. That's a big one. And then our last game is our Monday night game of the Bengals and Jaguars. Jaguars, who are number one in their division, just got a big win over the Texans. And the Bengals, who are a little struggling without their quarterback, Joe Burrow, in the lineup, sorry. Um, Without Joe Burrow, like I said last week, Bengals, as they said in Buna, you ain't shit. Sorry. Without your quarterback, you cannot do anything. Your backups have not proven otherwise.
Yeah, without Joe Burrow, the
No.
Bengals are going to suffer.
Yeah, so I have the Jags here regardless, point blank. Bengals without Joe Burrow, again, cannot drive the ball, cannot do anything. Their backup quarterbacks are nowhere near the level, and it's expected, right? It's their backups for a reason. Uh, It sucks for the Bengals because they're a good team, which is without him, it seems like the offense is in disarray. So, Jags here, hands down. Hopefully, we don't get bit in the ass like we did on the Thanksgiving game. But that's our picks. Let us know what you think on the comments. If you agree, disagree, what your picks are, um, and any surprise games that might be good. Let us know down there. If we missed anything, also let us know. Now let's move on into pro wrestling. There's quite a bit of news, specifically with the AEW Continental Classic Tournament.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there was a few matches last night or the night before in Dynamite. I'm gonna go over quickly over the leaderboard now. In the Golden League, we have John Moxley with 6 points, who got a win over Mark Briscoe and Jay Lethal a few nights ago on Dynamite. Swerve Strickland just got a big win over Jay White and Jay Lethal in the first week. He has 6 points. Rush got 3 points. Lost to Jay White in week one and won last a few days in this Dynamite versus Mark Briscoe. So 3 points for Rush. Jay White also has 3 points. Uh, he lost to Swerve unfortunately on Dynamite this week, but he has a big win over Rush on week one of the tournament. Mark and Jay Lethal are both sitting at 0 points, with uh, one, both of them losing to John Moxley, and one to Rush and one to Swerve Strickland. Um, it's looking like Mark and Jay Briscoe are down there fighting. They got to fight their way back up. Um, but this is why it's a tournament. There's
Yeah.
more chances to get points, right? Uh, Yeah, so the winner of this Golden League, when this tournament is over, will fight the winner of the Blue League, who at the moment they only had a few people wrestle, so 2 matches, and two of the wrestlers in this league have not even had a match. So quickly, Claudio Castagnoli has a big win over Daniel Garcia, 3 points for him. Brody King has 3 points, win over Eddie Kingston. That is surprising because Eddie Kingston is a double champion who
That's
would.
what I was saying. I saw Eddie Kingston's name up there, and I was like, man, why isn't he higher?
Yeah, as he gave up his titles to be in a tournament. So the winner of the tournament is not only going to be the Continental champion, he's going to be the double champion that Eddie Kingston dropped. So it's going to be a triple crown champion off the bat. Unfortunately, he has 0 points with Daniel Garcia, as I just mentioned, there who beat them. Uh, it's very surprising for Eddie Kingston, but I think he'll do a comeback. He's always known for a gritty fighter, so he'll be back. And then Brian Danielson and uh, Andrade Alilo have not wrestled yet. Do not know what happened. Do not know what's going on with that. But I'm pretty sure this week in Collision, they'll have a few matches more for the tournament, and we'll have an updated bracket for you next on Monday.
Definitely hoping a back to back for them. Get them up on the board, get them in some fights.
Yeah. Uh, One thing I did not write down real quick. We're gonna go over on Monday night. There was a little segment with Drew McIntyre. We're moving on from the tournament. Sorry, guys. I move on quickly. That's how my brain works. But we had Drew McIntyre come on to challenge Seth Rollins
Okay.
for the world title. Unfortunately, Seth Rollins said he already had someone else lined up, Jey Uso, and Drew McIntyre was pissed.
Oh, they were screaming at each other. And
Yeah,
was it Drew that hit uh
Rollins first.
Rollins?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, Sorry, I had to get some water.
They were having an argument of I'm fighting him. No, I'm fighting him. And
Kind of, yeah. And then
McIntyre seems like he's entitled to fighting Jay.
no, no. Well, he wanted to put him behind him,
Mm-hmm.
and Seth Rollins bringing up Jay's name again, saying that he's the next one, and he made a good point that I just beat him a few weeks ago. I should be the one,
Yeah.
like you mentioned. No, I should fight him. Um, but then he gets upset, attacks Seth Rollins. Jey Uso comes in and saves Rollins from being destroyed. But that was a good little segment. I think Drew McIntyre has the point here, as much as it's not a popular opinion. He did beat Jay a few weeks ago. I think he deserves a title match.
I feel like he does deserve it. Also, it would do some pretty good stuff for Judgment Day standings.
Agreed. Definitely agreed. Um, then we're gonna move on to AEW Dynamite. There was a few good segments. Let's start off with the Adam Copeland segment and Christian. This was great. It was just them cutting promos at each other, just talking smack. Christian comes out and says, when Adam Copeland finally comes out, he tells him, "You know what? I'm sorry. Let's run this back one more time." They're tag team at what I'm talking about. Um, let's do. And then he mentions his family. Like Edge did not grow up with the father.
Oh, and he's emotionally attacking Copeland.
He's trying to psychologically break him, right? He's like, "But you are my brother. My dad, Christian, taught saying this, treated you like his son. He disciplined you when you need discipline. Uh, he took you out. He taught you stuff like a father. You're my brother. Let's do this for your mom." He's pretty much said, "Let's run it back for your mom."
Yeah.
And then as soon as Adam Copeland was thinking about it, turned away. Christian, with his dirty little fucking mind, he's like, "All right, fuck you." Pretty much tried to hit him with the belt. Adam Copeland was ready
Oh yeah. Flims around, gives him a good old shot.
to the dick, to the genitalia, whatever you say it,
Genitalia.
genitalia, and Christian immediately goes down, slides down his chest. That was great. He's easy cowboy.
I was just laughing at the whole part. It was he just kept getting lower and lower.
It was
And then
great.
Adam put his hand on
His head.
on Christian's head, and I was just like, "Oh, it's over."
But it was very dramatic. That part was very dramatic. He sold it well. Uh, he pretty much called him a dumbass for thinking that he was gonna fall for it.
Yeah.
And then at the end, he ends. Here's this promo, like Christian ended his first promo. "Go fuck yourself." Great, great promo. Next week they will be fighting or having a match for the TNT Championship.
That'll be good.
That'll be very good. We'll keep you posted here next Friday about it. I hope Edge wins here.
He needs a win in AEW, a big win in
I
AEW.
mean, he has 2 wins, 3 wins, but if this is the next thing for him. If it's not this, he needs to go for something bigger. Because Edge is not one that's to play second fiddle to nobody, in my
Yeah.
opinion. Um, After that, let's talk about the MJF and Samoa Joe segment with the Devil mask coming out as well a little bit. Um, MJF comes out, pretty much says, "I
I'm
could be
here for it."
yeah, pretty much." And the overall gist is, "I'm here for it." It's like I could be dying, I could be something. My arm could be broken, my knee could be out of place. I'm here for it. I'm here to fight you, and you're not taking my title away. Talking to Samoa Joe. Um, then the lights go black. Some henchmen from the demon mask guy character come out, beat up MJF for a bit, and Samoa Joe immediately, like you called,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Protect him at any cost.
yeah, because he wants him at 100%. And then the demon pretty much challenged MJF for a tag team match.
Oh yeah, which I will be very excited if we get Samoa Joe and MJF tag team match against the Demon, and
I don't. Okay, go on. Continue.
and the entire time MJF is trying to get in, he's trying to be sneaky, trying to fight all the time, and Samoa Joe is just sitting there tanking everything, and then they're gonna lose.
You think Samoa Joe and
I think Samoa Joe and MJF will lose
okay, all right,
because Samoa Joe is gonna try and face tank everything.
okay. Uh, well, Samoa Joe was trying to stop MJF from accepting this match, but uh, I think Samoa Joe's gonna try to take as much of the punishment he can in this match, just so he can have MJF at 100%.
Yeah.
And I don't think the demon himself, the devil, whatever they want to call him, is gonna wrestle in next week's match. But I think he will be involved, and I hope this is where they reveal him. If not, then when they have the match, MJF and Samoa Joe. I think as they were coming out, as MJF was coming out, actually, I'm gonna backtrack a little bit and then go forward. Um, the announcers were saying about his injuries. He has a bum knee that keeps popping out. He has
His hip.
his hip is damaged that popped out during his last match, and then his shoulder is the one that has that
The labrum.
the labrum problem. So it's 3 big injuries that he's dealing with. I have a feeling he's gonna drop the title here at with Samoa Joe. Um, it looks like he has to go get surgery. He looks. I think he'll make it fine. He'll make it through to um, do his title match with Samoa Joe. But I think he's gonna need to step back after that to deal with these injuries because it's not like it's very simple. Your knees popping out, your hips popping out, your shoulders damaged. That is a lot of damage to important parts of your body.
Oh yeah, very usable parts of your body.
Yeah, especially when you're wrestling, trying to lift somebody. You need your knees for balance, your hips to stay underneath, and your shoulders to control.
Even when MJF was trying to jump into the title, he came and swung his right leg, which is the one that has the damaged knee, and he had to reset his leg, not reset as reset the knee, but like he started swinging it up, and then it went back down, and then he had to swing it back up again.
Yeah, so I think MJF will drop the title here with Samoa Joe. A little bit of a Monday's segment we do about pro wrestling storylines, where it's going. I think Samoa Joe will be your new champion, at least for a while. Get MJF healed up. And then for the main event of AEW Dynamite, Swerve Strickland versus Jay White. So it was for the tournament. It was for the AEW Continental Classic tournament. Boy, this match was fast as we were watching it.
Yeah, I didn't watch any of the clips on it, but I'm only assuming that it was a great match.
It was very good. It was a lot of back and forth, a lot of reversals. Obviously, Jay White is the technician that he is, but Swerve Strickland is no slouch in that either. Ends up rolling him up for the win, so Swerve gets that big win and doesn't fall behind John Moxley, who also has 6 points. Great match. I give it a thumbs up. I need to go over it again to get official review on it, but it was a very good match for about 20-ish minutes. Oh, not bad. I think that's all the news we have. Let's go into our final few segments. We're gonna start with the pro wrestling worst moments of this week, just because. Let's finish on a positive note this week, okay? The first one is it was not a bad moment. It was a little bit like, oof,
Yeah.
like that hurt. That's a little low blow, but I get it. It's pro wrestling. Uh, let's do it for your mom on that Christian promo.
Yeah, he was just being disrespectful. Christian
Mm-hmm.
was to Adam Copeland, and it was less than preferable. You have Copeland that's sitting there just taking the brunt of this, and Christian called him out
Yeah, definitely.
for seemingly nothing.
Yeah, so it is what it is. It used family, which it's very good to get people's emotions and stuff um going, but sometimes it goes a little far. This really sounded like a Yo Mama joke going forward, but that was not a bad moment. It was just like a little
Mm-hmm.
that hurt. A bad moment that I will go over is unfortunately it's been on the news for the last few weeks for a while. Tammy Snitch uh has been sentenced for 17 years to prison due to involuntary manslaughter in the DUI incident where she ran over and killed a 70-year-old man or 70-plus-year-old man. Uh, she's had a lot of issues with alcohol and substance abuse, so this is not the first time. So it's kind of
Deserved.
deserved, but it's sad to see because with the history of wrestling that I've kind of briefly talked to you about, a lot of this stuff keeps reoccurring. So it's we got to get that out of this sport. Unfortunately, the humans will be humans,
Mm-hmm.
so that we cannot control. But that's just something we shouldn't. With Uber and all that, we should not be doing a DUI. We should not be drinking
It's
and driving.
so easily accessible to pick up
Avoid it.
your phone
Mm-hmm.
and call somebody.
And avoid this situation specifically. But
I'm pretty sure in majority of the country you can leave your vehicle at a bar for more than 24 or for 24 hours.
yeah, or most likely you just let them know, hey, I'm not good to drive. I'll be back
Yeah.
for it.
They will call you taxis.
Yes, that exactly. So I don't understand why this is happening, but regardless, this just not just for pro wrestling. A few years ago, Raiders receiver also had the same situation with the family and a little kid. He was sentenced, I think, for a crap load of years. So
Well, trust me, I got a story for you after this.
yeah, but this needs to stop. You're grown. Stop acting like little children. If you're drunk, if you're intoxicated in any level, don't drink and drive. Um, and then the last thing of the worst part of the week, it was not really the whole promo, but parts of the promo with CM Punk returning to Raw
Mm-hmm.
were a little cringe. Especially considering it's CM Punk. The part where he says, "I've changed," pretty much. Okay.
People don't change actions. Actions change people.
Well, it's not only that. It was 6 months, less than 6 months ago, or whatever. The AEW incident happened that we talked about at nauseum. That everybody talked about at nauseum, or a year ago, whatever it was. But if you changed, shut up and prove it.
Yeah.
Uh, Also, the part of the promo where he says, "I'm home." Okay, you were gone for 10 years. A lot of bad mouthing. Hopefully, it seems like they amend things. WWE and CM
Yeah.
Punk. Uh, but to prove otherwise, you have not earned that trust on it. So CM Punk, like that's why last week I put you on the worst again.
Mm-hmm.
Prove us wrong. Uh,
I mean, even when CM Punk first came out, you were a bit iffy when he first came back to AEW.
mm, it's just like I said, all that extra ego, which I get, we all have. We all have egos, especially in the sport where it's a lot of alpha males or a lot of people trying to be alpha males.
Yeah.
Um, their persona is alpha male type uh person. People believe their hype, whether it's you or it's them, whoever it may be. When you start, it's just you gotta put that shit out. If you're gonna fight for someone saying little stuff, come on, move along.
Yeah.
Um, grow up. But other than that, those were the worst moments for me of this week. Now let's move off to a better topic. The top six wrestlers of the week. Let's go with you. You're 6, 5, and 4. Who do you got?
My 6, 5, and 4. I got Jey Uso.
Ooh, at 6.
Yeah, Jey Uso at
Nice.
6. You know, he's making moves, churning butter. Number 5, I got John Moxley. He's doing pretty freaking good over in Continental Classic.
Mm-hmm.
And number 4, I got Santos Escobar.
Wow. Me and you are really close on this. I'm gonna rattle them off because they're like the same three, just a little different. I got Jey Uso at 6, Santos Escobar at 5, and John Moxley at number 4 for the same reasons you mentioned. Escobar had a big win in Survivor Series, so we're keeping him up there. He's doing good. Jey Uso obviously has been all over the place, doing great. And John Moxley, like you said, he's undefeated in the Continental Classic, so I got to put him up there. Who are your 3, 2, and 1?
For my number 3, I got Randy Orton.
Adam
He
Copeland. Oh, Randy Orton. My bad.
Randy Orton.
Uh-huh. He's your
Uh,
number 3.
yeah, he would be higher. He just hasn't done a lot. I mean, showing up, it's awesome
Mm-hmm.
to see Randy Orton back, but showing up, and he has 2 wins. The other win being against Dominic himself.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, Dominic, he's never been a great fighter, and he only wins by cheats.
You're not wrong there.
And then number 2, Swerve Strickland. He came out at the Texas Massacre, and now he's right up there with John freaking Moxley in the Gold League. 6 wins,
6 points.
6 points, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And then number 1, Adam freaking Copeland.
Oh, shit. So we got the
Same
three.
list.
A little bit different, though. I have Swerve Strickland at number 3. I can't put him too much ahead of John Moxley because they both had 6 points, and this is a tournament, so there's still more time to see what happens with this tournament. And number 2, I have Adam Copeland. You're number 1, and number 1 I have Randy Orton. So we are very close head waves right now. Brain waves, sorry, brain farted. But yeah, wow, we really pretty much had the 6 same wrestlers, slightly different in certain spots, but you
Mhm.
know that just means we're seeing the same things that most, or at least us two, are seeing.
Yeah.
So that's cool to see. Regardless, guys, we'll keep you posted up on the tournament. Also, there's New Japan news coming up next week. I think they're doing an update to the card. We might be consider doing another review here for a stream for the AEW match when Samoa Joe and MJF go up.
Oh yeah.
We're definitely thinking about that. And like we said, there's a lot of changes coming here. We just dropped the video for the mic. You've dropped it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's out.
And then for the headset as well, the unboxing, we are getting new computers, new camera, new everything pretty much, and we're moving a little bit on spot where we film. So we'll keep you posted on that. Remember, the last week of the year will be taken off to get everything ready for the following year. But anything else to add before we sign off?
No, that's it for me.
All right. Remember, guys, take everything we say with a grain of salt. We're 2 dummies, 2 jokers, 2 doofuses who just like to talk about sports, wrestling, and anything nerdy for sure. Remember to be grateful for all the things you have. Be grateful for the problems you don't have. It could always be a lot worse. We've talked about this. Not going to say too much, but P's and T's to everybody out in the Middle East that are just suffering for no reason. Yeah, it's just bad. This is the time of year you want to hold your loved ones, tell them you love them, and share time with them.
You.
I don't know what else to say. Just show love out there. We all deserve it. I've been Lobo.
I've been Jax.
This was Joker's Wild Side Corner.
See ya.